A big day at Cambridge Public Schools with the Husker Mobile Beef Lab. And today, they're going to be introduced to this new steer, and his name is Black Shirt. Now, this steer has a hole in his side that the students will reach into so they can feel what a ruminant animal's insides feel like.
Is it fine if I move the hay?
Yeah, you can push through it. There's very little nerve endings in the rumen.
It's not every day that a steer shows up for school, especially one that's there to help kids with their science lesson. The Husker Mobile Beef Lab teaches students about how the stomach of cattle works, giving everyone from grade schoolers to adults the chance to get a true hands-on education.
Oh, it's a great hands-on experience for the kids. It gives them the opportunity to experience something that they don't normally get into, even though being in an agricultural community that we're in, this is something they just don't get to try. But it also is a great opportunity for them to see, the practical applications of science to learn about animals in a different way that we wouldn't normally do.
When they come out of the lab and to hear their comments about what experience they had. So it's always a great experience when you work with young people.
Eating grass, they get a little sand once in a while.
UNL Extension educator Randy Sainer says the procedure to create the opening is safe for the steer, and it helps researchers learn what and how to feed cattle like him.
And so when they put the cannula in, they do surgery just like you would on a human. They deaden the area, and then they're gonna take the scalpel and take out the skin of both the hide and the rumen and sew them together, and that forms a scar and it seals it off.
So this one here has a plug in it, so when we're not using these animals, we put that plug in.
The activity isn't just reaching into the steer's stomach to feel the grass it's already eaten. It also teaches kids why cattle are so important to the state with the vast grasslands that Nebraska has.
So that's a hay and forage on top.
We have the top 3 counties in the United States for beef cows: Cherry, Holt, and Custer. And if you think about those counties, what do you see a lot of when you go there? Grass.
I just think it's really important to teach about beef production in Nebraska and why it's so important, because it is an important part of our economy. And so just getting the students to understand how we can utilize cattle to graze land that's not always suitable for farming, and they can turn that into a high quality source of protein that we can consume.
It also allows students to learn about the 4 sections of the stomach cattle have. So what does it feel like to put your hand into the ruminant animal?
Wasn't that different than sheep or goats when you have to pull their lambs out?
I don't want to reach in a cow again. I didn't know they did the round, they reprocessed their food. It was kind of gross to reach into the cow because it was all warm and that.
Tell me about what the experience was like.
Good. It was really warm and pretty gross.
I liked it. I think this is something that every kid should do because it was a really fun thing.
Now, it's my chance to go ahead and attempt to reach in here and learn something. I grew up on a farm on horseback working cows, and so this is going to be definitely different than delivering a baby calf, so we'll see. Well, isn't that interesting? Now, how far do I go?
You can go as far as you want to.
And then how do I feel the heartbeat?
So that's going to be more up along the top.
Ultimately, Sainer says the main point to the Husker Mobile Beef Lab is to shine a light on Nebraska's #1 industry.
And the idea is to try to teach youth as well as adults about ruminant nutrition, about why we have cows in Nebraska, because of all the grass we have, and the cows can digest it where a pig can't, or a human can't go out and just graze on grass and survive.
This week, more from the Husker Mobile Beef Lab as we take a special look at a Cambridge elementary teacher and her deep family ties to the cattle industry in southwest Nebraska. I'm Ginger Tinbenzel.